Hare Krishna, we welcome all the devotees, all the viewers of Iskcon Bulla official YouTube channel. The previous chapter we have heard how Bhutasura has been created from this Yagyu, and Indra and all the demigods they approached to the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in this chapter, chapter number 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6. In this chapter, Indra obtained the body of Dadichi Muni. All the demigods approached to Dadichi Muni and they requested Dadichi Muni to give their blessings. And Dadichi Muni initially, though he was to be shown reluctant, but later on he accepted and he has given his bone, and by his bone the weapon has been created and given to Indra, and Indra killed Bhutasura in the battlefield. The further details His Grace Padaseva Prabhuji will be briefing. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanandasya Jnananjanasakya Chakshurmritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, as introduced by His Grace Pramananda Prabhu, I am going to further speak on this chapter. That is, after getting the advice from the Lord, and the demigods went to Dadichi Muni. There is a previous incident, but it is not mentioned here. But I have told it shortly that previously Indra wanted to kill Dadichi. That's why Dadichi, one name of Dadichi is called Aswasira. There is a long history, but I don't like to disclose it now. Anyway, the demigods went there, keeping Ashwini Kumar in front, because Ashwini Kumar are the disciples of Dadichi Muni. Dadichi Muni gave them Brahma Jnana. There is a long story on that point. Anyway, the demigods asked for the bone, but in the beginning, Dadichi Muni, though wanted to sacrifice himself for the welfare of the demigods, but he wanted to taste. That's why Dadichi Muni says that in this material world, every living entity is very much addicted to his material body, struggling to keep his body forever. Everyone tries to protect it by all means, even at the sacrifice of all his possessions. Therefore, who would be prepared to deliver his body to anyone, even if it were demanded by Lord Vishnu? So, Dadichi Muni, just to hear from the demigods about principles of religion, jokingly refused to relinquish his body. So, demigods replied accordingly, that in verse 5 it is stated that Kim no tat dustyajam brahman punsam bhutanukampinam bhavat vidhanam mahatam punya sloke diya karmana. That means the demigods replied, O exalted Brahmana, pious persons like you, whose activities are praiseworthy, are very kind and affectionate to people in general. What can such pious souls give for the benefit of others? They can give everything, including their bodies. So in the purport, Sukasi Goswami says, Punya Shloke means, Punya Shloke Dhyani means Karmani Jasa. Their works are eulogized, are praised by the great persons, Punya Shloke. So, in the 7 to 10, these 4 verses describe how Dadichi replied and gave up his body. He said, Etavan abhayo dharma punya shloke rupasitha jo bhuta shoka harshabhyam atma shrotati rishyati. If one is unhappy to see the distress of other living beings and happy to see their happiness, his religious principles are appreciated as imperishable by exalted persons who are considered pious and benevolent. In the purport, Prabhupada Maharaj says, one generally follows different types of religious principles or performs various occupational duties according to the body given to him by the modes of material nature. In this very verse, however, real religious principles are explained. Everyone should be unhappy to see others in distress and happy to see others happy. So, in verse 10, the Dishon further says, Aho dainyam aho kastam arakehi kshanabhangurei jan nopakurjya ashrarthe matya swagyanti vigrahi. This body which is eatable by jackals and dogs after death doesn't actually do any good for me. The spirit soul, I am spirit soul, it is usable only for a short time and may perish at any moment. The body and its possessions, its riches and relatives must be engaged for the benefit of others, or else they will be sources of tribulations and misery. So, in this way, Dadichi Muni meditated on the Lord and gave up his life. So, with the body of the Dadichi Muni, especially the bone, Indra created this Vajra. Stated in Bhagavad Gita, Aidhana, Imam Vajra, among the weapons, I am Vajra. It is a opulence of the Lord. And Vishwakarma created this Vajra. So, getting this Vajra, they went to attack to demons, headed by Vritrasura. At the end of Satya Yuga and the beginning of Treta Yuga, a great fight took place between the demigods and the asuras at Narmada bank. Unable to tolerate the effulgence of the demigods, the asuras fled the battle, leaving Vritrasura, their commander-in-chief, to fight for himself. Vritrasura, however, seeing the demons fleeing, instructed them in the importance of fighting and dying in the battlefield. Stated by the Lord, Hatova prapsati swargam jittava bhakya samai. The Lord gave the instructions to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. The same type of instruction is given by Vritrasura. We'll see. Parikshit Maharaj will be astonished. We will ask this question. Later we will ask this question. So, in verse 32, Vritrasura says, Jatasya mrityu dhruva eva sarvatah pratikriyadasya na cheha kripta loko jasaschada tato jadi ye amam purna mrityum na vrinita juktam. Vritrasura said, all living entities who have taken birth in this material world must die. Surely no one in this world has found any means to be saved from death. Even Providence has not provided any means to escape it. Under the circumstances, death being inevitable, if one can gain promotion to the higher planetary systems, and we always celebrated here by dying a suitable death, what man will not accept such a glorious death? So in the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, everyone should be ready to die while performing glorious deeds. A glorious person is not meant to meet death like cats and dogs. So in verse 33, Vritrasura says, Dosamto ya mrutyo durapu jad brahma sandhanaya jitasu kalivaram jovarato vijahat jad abrani virasaya nirvriti. That means there are two ways to meet a glorious death, and both are very rare. One is to die after performing mystic yoga, especially bhakti yoga, by which one can control the mind and living force and die absorbed in thoughts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The second is to die on the battlefield, leading the army and never showing one's back. And these two kinds of death are recommended in the Shastra as glorious. In this way, but the demons didn't hear what Vritrasura said, they went away. So the demigods will chase after them and will kill them. Then Vritrasura will chastise the demigods. We'll discuss in the next chapter, that is discussion. And we'll see the qualities of Vritrasura, even if a demon, we'll see. Describe it in the next chapter. Thank you very much for listening to this lecture. And please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.